Hi, good afternoon, everybody. This is your co host, Daniel Salazar, returning with the Hidden Pockets podcast. Today, we have a very special guest, Sam Johnson, also known as the Unicycle guy. But first, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Ana Comigo for letting us use this room. Thank you so much. We're truly grateful for the opportunity to be here. It's getting nicer outside. Thank goodness, right? Oh, man. I know last time we bashed the winter times too hard because my heart, oh, man, with all this coldness and whatnot, makes me kind of sad. I'll be honest. But it's getting nicer outside. It's time to do some fun activities, like unicycling and other fun things we have in mind. Woo!
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear from Sam, guys. He is a very, very talented individual. I saw him do his thing, and wow, I was impressed. I was like, oh my goodness. If it were me, I'd be absolutely dead. Well, to start us off, I know Chris has something in mind. Something about hobbies, right?
Oh yes.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about one of the hobbies you like to do, Chris?
All right. So I have various hobbies I like to do, but one in particular that I like to do is play video games.
Okay.
But I think last time we talked about video games, so I'll talk about another hobby that I like,
Hey,
writing.
Okay.
And with writing is a way to put all your thoughts and imagination into paper. And admittedly, I could do a better job writing things that are in my imagination, but I feel like writing gives you a space to share your thoughts to the world. And at my major at BYU, I do a lot of writing, albeit new style writing. But with all the skills I'm learning from my major at BYU, I hope that I could apply those skills to what I want to do in the future, one of them being screenwriting. But the movies would not be possible without writing and imagination. And it is often the screenwriters as well as the creators of the movies that put their ideas down on paper, and from their words, you get to see some of the big spectacles that happens on the screen, and it's all a product of their imagination and the hard work of a lot of people who put their time and effort into it.
That's right, man.
Like Star Wars wouldn't be as big as it is if it weren't for George Lucas, using his imagination to create such fascinating stories.
Well, we might have to be careful with the Star Wars success rates because I know there's a whole Disney versus non-Disney Star Wars, right?
Oh
Yeah, you already know.
I don't know, but I've heard of the the conflict.
No, yeah, it's a real thing.
I'm just saying that like I never liked the Disney Star Wars aside from like maybe the first season of Mandalorian,
You don't like the second?
and it's there, like I like it. It's just like I feel like third season kind of ruined my taste for it.
Okay, third season.
And
I
then
haven't
I
seen
also-
it yet.
And I also like
Spoiler alert! Should we?
No,
have
no,
said
no,
that?
no
Because-
spoilers, no
No,
spoilers.
No
okay.
spoilers. Okay.
I didn't say nothing about it, but Rogue One is also a good one.
Rogue One.
But that's
I
about
agree.
it. Anything else, nah.
Yeah. You have any thoughts
Yeah.
about that, Saya?
No, I like Rogue One.
Rogue
I feel
One.
like all the Star Wars movies are good in like different ways.
Which one's your favorite by like far?
It's hard to say. It's been a while since I watched all of them. Probably like, I like Revenge of the Sith actually. That's a good
Oh
one.
yeah.
Oh,
I need
that's
to go
awesome.
see it in theaters.
That's right. Re-release coming up soon, guys.
Daniel's
I guess
out now.
What am I saying? It's out now, guys. You already know.
So I'm not like completely involved in this remake. So they had an old movie come out forever ago, and then they just re-released it
That's right. Yeah.
with new actors.
No, same
or-
thing.
No, same
Not-
thing.
Same thing. Just
Alright.
just to celebrate its anniversary.
Yeah. So this year it just turned 20, and to celebrate, they're releasing it in theaters. And I'm of the opinion that Revenge of the Sith, as far as the prequels go, since they were the prequel movies, best one hands down. The best fight, best story overall.
Okay.
Yeah, it has its drama because prequels got its funny moments.
So they don't even update like the quality
It's
of
a
the
re-release.
movie.
It's the same exact
Everything's
film.
the same.
It probably looks better because more enhanced and whatnot.
You'd think, yeah.
Yeah.
And what is it like? Darth Vader dies in this one, or
He dies.
what
What do we say about spoiler?
What's
So
the
this
main?
is the story
Uh-huh.
where Anakin continues his transformation to the dark side.
So he's already Darth Vader.
No,
Not
like,
yet.
Not yet. But
He's
like,
so he's a good guy.
yeah.
Well,
Like,
Good
he's still in
guy.
the Jedi Force,
Okay,
right?
let me.
All right, you know, I'm
explain-
gonna give this to David. You know,
let me explain this only because like I'm like a huge Star Wars nerd, and this is pretty much going based on.
I'm just trying not to spoil it for everyone out
Right,
there. You know,
because-
I just want to be careful how I phrase this.
Some
you know?
some of our viewers are not like Star Wars fans, so kind of explain in
Yeah.
a way that
So here's this is literally just going off by what I grew up with in Legends, but not the stuff that Disney changed. But like basically, Anakin is the good guy.
uh-huh.
Vader's the bad guy. They're not the same person, but they inhabit the same body.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
No, but think about it, man. It's
Okay.
like if you have an alter ego, you know, like
Yeah.
here's your
Yeah.
good alter ego, and when it's my bad day, evil Daniel. You know, let's go with that. You know.
Right.
Yeah, but at least you're not slaughtering Jedi children.
So technically speaking,
Right.
Darth Vader doesn't exist in this movie yet.
Not
At the
yet.
end.
Not yet.
At
Not
the
yet.
end, okay,
This is a movie where Anakin like becomes Darth Vader.
gotcha. At the lava, you have the high ground.
Yeah.
Okay,
I have the high ground.
now I know.
I never heard the alter ego thing. That's kind of cool though. I feel like it's like a good excuse. Like
Yeah.
you like mess up and you be like, no, it wasn't me. It was like it was the other dude
Oh,
inside me. You know?
It's like a movie split. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know last time we were talking a little bit about some of our like personal projects and whatnot. I know David has a couple words to share with us about his personal project. Why don't you tell us a
Yeah.
little about that, David?
Okay, so what questions do you guys have first? That'll help me start with something.
All right, David. So I was talking about screenwriting and how I like to do writing. So tell me about your new film and the writing process behind it.
Okay, so writing about it, I gotta go all the way back to high school because it came to me as an idea after a school project. And in the school project, I was doing a study on a serial killer who was like really, really bad. And so what fascinated me about that case was, I guess, like how easily he was like captured, even though he was like very hard to catch. And so and also his mind was like really out there, so I wanted to like dive deep into like not necessarily his mind, but like the effects of what happened to like the people that survived his attacks. And after finishing that school project, I was like, I got a really awesome story to tell. So I came up with the story. I just completely forgot about it because I was like, nah, I ain't gonna dive into it. Because I was a teenager. I was like, I feel like if I wrote this story, people would think I was crazy.
Yeah.
So
Hey, maybe you won't. Not right?
but but
You know
when
George,
I-
man. Don't mind him. He doesn't like his horror movies.
I know he
Yeah.
doesn't.
You don't
You
like
know,
that
I'll
voodoo
say
stuff?
this
No.
though. I'll say this. I will feel so honored and so blessed if George were to surprise me that his first scary movie is one I made. Anyways, only Jesus knows when that day will come.
Fair.
But when I reached college, I thought of that story as I was graduating, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do after college, and that story just kept bugging me over and over. So I decided to write the script after after I had a conversation with one of the survivors who I will not disclose here for their privacy and safety. But after talking with this person, I immediately had the story in mind. I wrote it down, and it was by far an interesting writing experience to talk about, Chris, because like when I wrote it, like there were some scenes that honestly terrified me as I was writing it, but like when I was feeling the fear, I knew the scene was good. I knew it had to be put into
That's
it.
crazy.
Yeah.
You're gonna give him nightmares.
You know it's a good scene when you're scared. That is
I
crazy.
think that's
When you're
general good
scared writing
screenwriting
it.
advice.
that is good screenwriting advice for all the screenwriters out there. You know.
I can imagine David just being like writing it, Ooh, I'm scared.
No. I wasn't like, ooh, I'm
That's
scared.
scary.
No. This is literally how it happened. Like when I was feeling scared, like I legitimately would look over my shoulder and just be like, oh wait, I'm okay.
That is crazy.
Like it was just like writing some of those scenes was just so scary to me.
And what's one word of advice or encouragement you'd give to maybe students at here in the Provo area who want to get into writing? Just like a
I'd
quick
s-
little
I'd say
encouragement.
legitimately write whatever you want. Even if you think the idea sucks, just write it and come back to it later and then you can make it better with more experience. And if you get writer's block, just write whatever, even if it's like your grocery list cuz like that honestly keeps you going with the writing, whether you're writing a book, a script, or whatever the case may be.
Nice.
I like that. That's cool. And I guess one last thing about your film. Any idea on when it might get released?
I'm
or
trying to shoot to release it to the Sundance Film Festival next January,
next January. Okay.
and I'm trying to get it filmed this Augage.
This August. Ooh.
I'm still looking for a cast, so if anyone knows a guy that's like 6'8" to play the killer, let me know.
Big tall guy. Alrighty. Cool.
Well,
Well,
hopefully it works out.
hopefully it works
Heck
out.
yeah.
Hey, I want to watch it. When it comes out, I want to watch it. Alrighty. Well, thank you for sharing that, David. I guess now we'll turn the time over to our main hour, Sam. Sam is actually the
Nice.
very first guest of our podcast. Where I was just telling Sam, you go to many shows and whatnot, and you don't really get to hear, like, oh yeah, he's our very first guest. You just hear, oh yeah, welcome our guest. But Sam has the privilege
Right.
of being the first one here. So once again, Sam, thank you so much for being here with us. And so we're curious to hear about your journey. Like how you got started and why, what motivated you. Kind of like your trials and your error when it comes to unicycling. Very. I saw it with my own eyes, guys. Like I be like spooked out. Ain't no way I'm touching that thing. I don't want to break a leg or break my head or anything. Trying to get on that thing.
Facts.
So, anyways, I want to give this time now to Sam, and then if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask him any questions, about unicycle or whatnot. So yeah, Sam, it's all yours, man. Your story.
Great. Well, thanks for having me, guys. So yeah, I recently have kind of become known as the BYU unicycle guy. I'm not the only one. I don't want to like take the fame away from the other unicycle guys
Respect.
because I have a few buddies over there that also ride around on campus.
Okay.
But like, I kind of like blew up a little bit on social media, so that's how I got a little bit famous, I guess. Now I'm on a podcast. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, all this started probably about 5 years ago during COVID. My older brother used to unicycle, and then he moved out. He grew up and moved out, and he left his unicycle at our house. So during COVID, I was like, well, I should learn how to ride this. So I kind of just like learned how to ride it. It took me a while. It's kind of tough to learn how to ride it, but after a week or so, I could like ride around the neighborhood and stuff. So I thought that was kind of cool because I've always been the type of person that loves like learning new things, like new skills.
Yeah.
Like I love cycling, like mountain biking, unicycling, mountain unicycling. That's a thing too. If
Whoa,
you didn't
that's
know.
crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, but
I swear he has superpowers or something. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
seriously.
but I love learning like stuff like that, and I love doing just like any physical activities, sports, being outside, hiking, running, distance running, stuff like that. So I really was happy to like learn a new skill because I thought it was really cool. But after that, I didn't really use it that much. Like I kind of just put it away and forgot about it for a long time. Because I was like 15 when that happened. So a couple years later, I came to BYU for my freshman year, and I lived on campus at BYU in Helaman Halls, and I met some other guys that lived in my hallway that also knew how to unicycle. So we all like started getting together, and I like got my unicycle, and we would all like ride around on campus, and that's when I started like learning how to do tricks on it. So I learned how to like go down some stairs and to like do hops and stuff, and that's when I started like getting kind of like good at it. and I like filmed some videos and posted them online, and I got some views. It was pretty cool. And then so I did that just for a few months, learning the tricks, and then I left on my mission. So I was gone for a couple of years, and I didn't really get to practice on my mission. I did get to ride a unicycle one time on my mission because I met a clown, and I know the part of his unicycle. It was pretty funny, but it was only one time in my whole mission that I got to ride it.
Hey, that clown did it all, you know?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was actually like my first transfer, like the very beginning of my mission.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, and we were like walking down the street with a bunch of missionaries, and like I saw this clown in like a pizza shop riding around in there, and like he was like juggling, like riding the unicycle.
Not every
And-
day you see a clown outside the circus.
Yeah, well, especially in like Mexico. Like I served my
really?
mission in Chiapas, Mexico. So
Shout out to the beautiful country of Mexico.
yeah, I love Mexico. It's awesome. I
Can
want to
you
go back.
juggle like a clown or nah?
No, I actually don't know how to juggle.
Oh,
I
okay.
need to learn that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only other clowns I see outside the circus is you guys at the
Aw.
podcast.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to say that.
Sometimes I think it's funny to like call people clowns like while I'm riding my unicycle, like you're a clown, bro. And it's kind of funny.
You're just like a drive-by on your unicycle.
yeah. Or like sometimes I like on the phone, like on my unicycle, and I'll just like start saying stuff, and like people around me will like hear it and be like, "What is he saying?" You know?
That's funny.
I think
Oh,
it's so
wow.
hilarious.
Dude.
Yeah, but I didn't know how to like speak Spanish because it was the beginning of my mission, so I had to like ask some other missionaries to like ask the clown to give me the unicycle. Then I was like riding it around. I like went down some stairs, and everyone was kind of freaking out because they'd never seen stuff like that before.
Let
But-
alone a missionary, right? You're a missionary.
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
Wow.
They were like, wow, like a white guy like in Mexico riding a
Yeah.
unicycle.
It's
Like,
like-
you don't see that every day,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, but after that, my entire mission, I never like got to use a unicycle again.
Oh, man.
So I
Other
got
mission president
back.
got mad, you know?
No, just like I never had the chance. I never ran into any more clowns, you know.
Ah,
Yeah.
payasos.
I think my mission president would have thought it was funny,
Yeah.
but
Sam's the worst nightmare of clowns. He's
Oh,
what gets
yeah.
them scared. I
He's
guess.
what
Yeah.
gets them. I'm curious.
Yeah.
So, bicycle in Spanish is bicicleta, right?
yeah,
Is unicycle like unicleta or
no,
how do you
it's
say-
monociclo.
monociclo? Okay.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was thinking, like uniciclo, like so that was a monociclo.
Yeah, it's kind of an uncommon word.
Okay, guys, new Spanish word of the day.
Yeah.
Hey Sam, so could you tell us a little more about mountain unicycling?
Oh yeah, so mountain unicycling is super fun. It's kind of difficult, but you have to usually have like different types of unicycles for it. So most people don't know there's actually like quite a few different types of unicycles. So I have like 3 or 4. I have one for just like doing tricks on the street. Then I have another one that's like my old one. Then I have like a mountain unicycle that I'm borrowing from my buddy, but it has a flat tire right now because I got a flat tire going down the Y trail this week.
Ooh.
But and then I also have one called a giraffe unicycle, which is like really tall. It's like 5 feet tall. So I love riding that one.
That's taller than I am.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna say that with the other 2 that he doesn't use, he juggles them as he's on that one unicycle. you know?
No, but
Dang it, George! You stole my joke. My opportunity.
yeah.
Come on, you clowns, you gotta calm down.
But yeah, mountain unicycles, they have like mountain bike tires on them. They're usually like bigger tires. And then some of them have like brakes on them. So they have a little like brake lever under the seat
Yeah.
and then a disc brake like on the wheel. So
Yeah.
you have to like lean back and then pull the brake so you don't like fall over.
Whoa.
But it's really cool. So the one that I've been using recently doesn't have a brake. So it's really good like leg workout when I'm like going down hills and stuff because I have to stop myself with my legs.
Thunder thighs. Oh
yeah.
man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the massive quads.
So is it like those bikes that were, when you like a normal bike when you're going forward, but when you start to pedal backwards, it like brakes?
No, so
No?
there are different types of like unicycles. There's one called like a freewheel unicycle where you can pedal backwards and it'll just like ratchet like on a bike,
Okay. Yeah.
right? But almost every unicycle is just a fixed gear. So if you pedal backwards, the wheel goes backwards. If you pedal forwards, the wheel goes forwards. So if you're going too fast, you gotta like slow down by leaning on the back pedal, and it'll slow your tire down. So if you're going down a hill, you have to really be like leaning on the back pedal a lot, and it really cooks your thighs a lot.
Wow.
Eek.
My quads will get sore for like days after I go down like the Y trail and stuff.
And I
But
thought my quads got sore from gymnastics, you know. But this, oh man.
yeah, but I mean, I don't claim to be like good at mountain unicycling. Like I'm all right, but like there's people that are like leagues better than me. There's people that are just like they're crazy. If you guys like want to like look up online, you can see.
Yeah.
You'll see videos that will blow your minds.
So, can you tell us when maybe when you started to blow up? Like, what caused that?
Yeah,
Kind of how that went for you?
So I got back from my mission just in December, like 4 months ago. And so I came back to BYU in January, and I was, I started riding my unicycle around to class again. And, I made a couple of videos and stuff, but mostly it was just because, like, people, like, see me around. Like, a lot of people know who I am. They're like, oh, yeah, it's the unicycle guy.
Yeah.
And so, like, I ran into this one, like, TikTok guy who, like, makes the aura farming videos. Have you guys ever seen that?
Which ones are they?
It's like a meme where you're like walking and you like drop a piece of paper and then somebody else picks it up for you and then you like sign the paper
yeah.
like you're a
It's
celebrity.
like aura points.
Yeah, have you seen that?
Yeah,
Have you
I've
seen
seen
that?
those.
It's funny. It's really funny. So like I ran into that guy when I was like riding my unicycle and I like made a video with him and it kind of blew up. It got like 1.5 million views on Instagram.
Is that the one where that's not the one where it's like yo-yo guy?
No, it's not that one. It's a
Okay.
different one. I like rode down some stairs and like fell down the stairs and like dropped a bunch of papers and then some like girls picked them up and like signed them. It was pretty
That's
funny.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah. If anyone's interested.
And
in
I thought
seeing
I got the
those.
ladies because I have a motorcycle. But
No.
sounds like a unicycle's the way to go.
Hey, just take
Yeah.
away one wheel. Maybe that'll help you. You know.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, Sam. Are you thinking about maybe collaborating with Cosmo the Cougar in the future? Because I know he's also
Yeah, you should
big
get a
on
piggyback
stunts.
ride or something.
So,
you know.
funny story actually. One time I ran into Cosmo the Cougar like on campus and he like rode my unicycle around. So that was
He
kind of
rode
cool.
it.
Yeah, like he was like riding a bike and he like hopped off his bike and like got my unicycle and just started riding it around. It was really funny. That was like a couple years ago before my mission.
So
But
is it like if you know how to ride a bike, you can ride a unicycle?
No,
he just
no,
happened
he
to-
just knew how to ride
Dang,
it.
what are the odds of that?
So yeah, so I actually met somebody who was a former Cosmo the Cougar. This guy was like a gymnast, and he was able to do
Yeah.
all sorts of crazy crap. Like a lot of the Cosmo, like they don't just choose anyone. They choose like supermen as athletes. You know.
Yeah, like a lot of people don't know, but like so like the BYU dunk team.
Yeah.
So like the guys on the BYU dunk team are usually the ones that like become Cosmo.
Yeah.
But to get on the dunk team, you have to like know a ton of stuff.
Yeah. No, you have
You
to
have to
know
know,
all sorts
like,
of flips and crap.
Yeah. So I'm trying to actually like learn that stuff right now. I think it'd be awesome to try out for the dunk team at some point.
That'd
But-
be
Dunk team
cool.
is
Future Cosmo over
amazing.
here, guys.
Yeah,
Bro, if
and
that's
then-
the case, man, all the ladies and every BYU gun, they're going to like put the sign out.
Yeah,
Want
yeah.
to marry you, Cosmo?
Yeah, that's the goal, I guess.
Well, I
the
mean, you
goal.
got a gymnast right here. I used to break dance.
I'm learning. I'm
Really?
not quite there yet.
Yeah, and I'm out of my prime, but definitely there's a couple things we can.
I would love to learn how to break dance. That sounds cool.
Dude, yeah.
Pulling out at
George,
like
you're not
parties.
out of your prime. You still could do it.
Well, on Monday here at the institute, they had a huge party, and there's some videos that people sent me because what I always do at parties is do those those dance
The
circles.
windmills.
Yeah.
So they caught me on video doing my thing, and
That's
after,
so sick.
dude. Yeah, it was cool. But afterwards, my body was like, "Oh, you should
Yeah, I
have done
bet.
that." So-
No, I do a little bit of like gymnastics as well. Like I can do some like flips and like I always my like legs get so sore from doing that.
No, they do. They kill, man.
Yeah, I need to get better at like stretching before I do it because
Yeah.
it's tough. It's really tough.
yeah.
Yeah. So like, I guess I should talk about like the video that you saw, the one that
Yeah.
you saw.
Yeah.
So the video, like the aura farming video, kind of like blew up, but that was kind of like a more like global thing, like people just all over the world saw it. But like the other video, the one of me just like riding down the street blew
Yeah.
up like locally, like so many people at BYU saw it. So basically like I was just riding like down the street by my house and somebody just like filmed me without me knowing at all. Like I didn't know it about it at all.
Kind of like you, George.
Yeah, and then she like posted the video of me just like riding down the street and she's like, what did it say? It's like She's like, in my dreams, like the BYU Unicycle guy is best friends with the UVU yo-yo guy
Yeah.
or something. I didn't know who the UVU yo-yo guy was, but I like looked him up. He seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like, so that video, like she posted it and it blew up like at BYU. Like I woke up one morning after she posted it and just like a bunch of my friends had sent me it and they're like, "Is this you, bro?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude." And I was so shocked. And now it has like 200,000 views or something.
Whoa.
Yeah, like
okay.
it blew up.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think like a ton of people at BYU saw that because I sometimes get people like yelling at me and stuff like, "Hey, it's the unicycle guy," but like since that video, it's like 5 times as much. It's just,
Without
like,
your unicycle, people you're just
no,
walking
like
by.
when I'm on the unicycle.
When you're on it. Oh, okay.
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Because like in the video, you can't really see my face. Like you can't tell who I am.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm identifiable just because of the unicycle, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I get people like yelling at me all the time. Like, dude, that's crazy. You're the unicycle guy.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
was telling this guy like he was doing some tricks and this lady drives by and he put a smile on her face.
Hey.
But I think she's married because she had her kids out there. I was like, well.
Sam
Yeah, I
out here
gotta-
wrecking
Gotta
homes.
keep trying. I gotta keep no way.
Well,
Oh my god.
I think it's funny though because it sounds like a Perry the Platypus situation where like you're just you, but once you have your unicycle, everyone's like, "Oh, it's
Yeah,
the
it's like when you put
unicycle
some
guy."
hat on. Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, but I'm thinking of like making some more videos. Like I sometimes like film myself doing tricks and like post it
Yeah.
on my Instagram and stuff. But I'm gonna go like on vacation for a few weeks right now. But like when I get back, I'm gonna try to like start filming some stuff and like uploading videos pretty consistently
Yeah.
just to see if I can like get a following. You know?
You should
Oh,
do like
100%.
cool collaborations with like different people out
Yeah,
there, you
I
know?
think that'd
like,
be sick.
have you done one with the yo-yo guy?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I've never actually met him. I should hit him up, I guess.
Yeah. No, just like all like sorts of cool people around the area, you know.
Yeah.
We got breakdancer over here,
Right,
movie
right.
stars, you know. You could be like
Yeah.
an extra on his guy's film, you know. It's like just randomly shows up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
Oh man, no, but that's cool, man. I feel like with like your unicycling talent and the following you're getting with all this, right? I feel like you have so much potential for crazy things ahead of you, you know,
Yeah, I
like
hope so.
different projects and whatnot, you know. That's good, man. Gee, I wish I did something like that my freshman year, sophomore year, you know, when I was in college. But hey, it's all good, you know. But yeah, no, like guys, like let us know, like if there's any like cool tricks you guys know of, you know, like if there's anything that our viewers, you know, want to share with us, yeah, feel free to just let us know any cool skills or whatnot, you know.
Yeah. Is there anything you would, because our podcast is centered around people achieving things, and
Yeah.
is there any word of encouragement or any word of advice that you'd give to someone in your shoes? Because you know, like you just happen to be someone that, I think you worked hard for it. It sounds like you worked hard for it, and a lot of people look at successful people and they're like, "Oh, he had it easy, he had it in him." But what would you say to a person that maybe has the potential but isn't realizing it?
Yeah. Well, I think like everybody has talents. Like some people have more talents than others. Like the scriptures talk about that. But like everybody has like something unique about them, you know? And like everybody has something that they love to do, even if they're not good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And like I wasn't good at unicycle at the beginning, but I love to do it. So I just, I did a lot and I got good at it. And, I'm far from the best in the world. There's people that can do crazy stuff. Like I'm telling you, like if you look it up, you will see things that you'll be amazed. But
He'll
like,
be in one of those videos, you know.
maybe, hopefully someday, but compared to like some people, I'm just a rookie, I'm just getting started. But like even then, like I didn't do this because I wanted to like be unique or like be famous or anything, but I just did it because I love doing it. And I still like I love to just like go ride my unicycle around. Like most days I'll just go like ride around for fun because I just enjoy it. And I don't do it because I care if people like see me or anything.
Yeah.
So I think some people are like scared to like put themselves out there, like leave their comfort zone, but it's like that's a mindset that will like hold you back, and you have to be able to overcome stuff like that if you want to like get good at the things you love.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to overcome your fear of like standing out. Like some people really love to be conspicuous and like stand out and stuff, but a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people just like to like blend in. And I think like it's good to like be unique. You know, there's good things about like blending in with society, so you can like, you know, be friends with people and like not be like the weird guy and stuff. Like, but it's even more important that you just like do the things you love, do the things that like make you happy, do the things that, you know, you're trying to get good at. Set goals, try to learn new things all the time. That's how I try to live, and you know, I'm not perfect at it, but I think it's the best way to live, you know.
I think every single one of us in this room has felt that way, and it's the reason why we have this podcast is because we felt like here in Provo and in this culture, it's so easy to kind of go with the flow. And like you were saying,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
good and bad things to that, but we've all faced situations where we're kind of seen as, oh, he's the guy that does this, or he's the
Mhm.
guy that, you know, we'd only want him to, he's only like kind of best suited for this environment. But, you know, when you're just being true to yourself, like it really only matters, you know, what you think of yourself.
Mhm.
You know, since we share the same faith, like, you know, what we believe in, like, you know, how does God see us? I think that's
Yep.
the foundation for strength, and because yeah, it can be hard, you know, being different and unique and
Mhm.
stuff like. But it's so nice when you find like-minded people.
Yeah. Well, you know, I love like the parable of the talents, right? Because it talks about like how God loves it when we like magnify our talents, right? Like we know that like everything that we have was given to us by God, and like, you know, some of us have more than others and some of us have less than others, but at the end of the day, like God gave each of us something, and he loves it when we work towards improving that. And that's why we feel happiness too when we are working to improve ourselves. We're feeling literally like godly joy, because God is joyful when his children, you know, work hard to become something greater, become more like him.
And I'm just so in shock of like how cool this feels. Like, you know, we didn't even expect it to go this way, but it's so true. I think if there's anything we can get out of this episode, it's to everyone listening and watching is, you know, be nice to yourself, and recognize that there is potential in you, and but that, you know, that means you got to push just a little bit, um, and we can't do it alone. We need, you know, for those who have faith, you know, seek that faith, but you know, for those who don't, you know, seek out an accountability partner. I myself, I always wanted to learn another language, and I'm 75 days now into it because of an accountability partner. And so these things, I do believe as well that God has given us talent, and you know, we're on this earth to try our best to help others, and that means, you know, doing the best with what we have. Is there anything else that anyone wants to end with before I conclude? Well, thank you, Sam, for
Yeah,
coming
for
on
sure.
this podcast. We haven't shared this, but I actually met Sam just strolling on my motorcycle.
Yeah.
I pulled up on him and his friend, and you know, it was a good talking, and we're glad to have you on here, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been
George,
great.
what can we expect for next time?
That is a good question.
We'll think about that a little bit.
Yeah, we'll have to think about it. As our viewers know, we're in Provo, and so you know, we're centered around the school calendar here. We just finished finals, and so we're gonna. Sam's gonna go on vacation. I'm gonna go on vacation.
Yeah.
You guys are
I'll be
gonna
hanging around.
Yeah,
hang
I'll
it
be
around.
here.
This is my vacation, George.
So we will have to definitely think about it, but we definitely will have more episodes coming out. So
And feel free to suggest too what we should talk about.
yeah, any topics or any people that you would like to have on this podcast. Well,
Bye bye, George.
thank you. Yes, thank you everyone so much for your time. We appreciate you, and we hope to see you next time. Thank you.
Peace
Alright.
out.
Take care, guys.
See ya.